Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here. This video is long overdue. When I say that, it's because if you watch this video, good luck for you. Me and this person at school have been he's basically what I would call a KWA fanboy, but also an AEG fanboy because he only believes in KWA. He hasn't owned a whole lot of guns. Like I said, if you watch this, go ahead and comment or tell me, correct me, how long you have been into airsoft. I think it's 2 years, but you kind of act like you've been playing 1 year. Honestly, that's my opinion. Because did you know AEGs are better than gas blowbacks? There's no better. There's no best gun. That's a huge newbie question. What's the best airsoft gun for me to get? What? Because there's no best gun. Using an analogy today, Tanaka. Okay, Tanaka snipers shoot 300 feet or so, pretty accurately, and they're around $900. They are hard to get. Now, I told him, I told him, I said, your KWA can't hit 300 feet. That's what a Tanaka Kar 88's for, and they're around $900. And he's like, well, that's when you buy a real gun. You're not going to buy a real gun and shoot people with it. The point of airsoft guns are to shoot people, not kill them, not get in trouble. Okay? That's what airsoft's for. That's why Tanaka Kar 98's Tanaka guns are so good. How would I know? Well, I've shot them. My brother owned a Tanaka Kar 98 with 2 magazines. He also owned a Tanaka R700 with 1 mag, mags that sticks down. I think it was a R700. Maybe it was like an L85. I forget. I'm not exactly sure on that one. I forget what. It was another sniper and it was modern. Those things were insanely accurate. You couldn't miss. And the range was insane. Trust me. And they were both used. So there is no best gun. So AEGs versus gas blowbacks. We are in that debate. There's no better. There's no better. There are gas blowback guns that shoot further than AEGs. For the same price point. Okay? Go ahead and go play. So, the gun, I don't have crap guns, alright? This is a G&PWOC. It is the aluminum version, but I do have some better parts on here. Also, my magazine is busted, and my nozzle needs to be replaced. Now, I ordered a nozzle last Monday. Hasn't come here yet. Today is Wednesday. It should be here by Friday. And it will ship Saturday. It could come Saturday, too, because it's USPS. But it said it would take a while, so, because I think it came from China. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It just said, like, a huge in-between date that it could come. And it was, like, a whole week in between. Like, from this date to this date. And it's like, what? Like, it was confusing. I'm getting off topic anyways. But I got this thing used, and that's why I need to replace parts. The person did not put gas in this magazine for like 6 months, and that's why it leaks. So I'm ordering a King Arms magazine this week. No, not this week, next week, because we're having a team order, so it'll be cheaper on me. $32 for a King Arms mag. I'm ordering that. I already got the nozzle in. Those 2 parts are the only thing I need for this thing to be completely complete. And G&P stuff is good. Now, he was arguing with me, KWA or gas blowback guns, hop-ups are inconsistent. I'd rather have performance over realism. And I'm like, performance? And he was talking about BB jams and gas blowbacks. You don't get BB jams in your gas blowback unless, one, you are using really bad gas, like you're using low-powered gas in like a gun that needs, it barely cycles and double feeds. Or, you're using crappy BBs, your gun is not lubed, and this goes for gas guns, really those 3 things. Or your nozzle could need to be replaced. Other than that, there's nothing that, about your gas blowbacks that could jam. I've never had a jam in any gas blowback where, it stopped shooting double feeds, except for my KWA MP7. Ha! I've had a bunch of issues with that, and I've had a bunch of issues with KWA gas pistols. I haven't decided, I haven't gotten one of their AEGs because I'm tired of fiddling with their stuff, because it just breaks on me. And it's nothing that I do wrong, because I had this CO2 Elite Force 1911, 10,000 rounds to this thing. It is almost 2 years old, and it is still working. Obviously, something's wrong with KWA products. It's not me, because every single KWC product I've got has lasted about a year, at least a year, with 0 issues. KWA, I'll get an issue right out of the box. That's how it was with my M9. Literally, I went to the store and bought it, and I came back and shooting straight up in the air. So stuff like that. I spent $170 on a KWA M9. I expect it to work. After that, I think it was after that, I went ahead and got the KWC PT99. It lasted me a year. Not a single issue. Not a single issue through that whole year. And I have one now. This is 3 months old. As you can see, it's worn. I did that on purpose, but 3 months old. KWC, both KWC pistols. I plan on buying KWC, the Firepower 40, the Smith & Wesson. I had their old Smith & Wesson with the plastic slide and the non-adjustable hop-up. Well, this one, they came out with a new model, 2 different models. The Game Face Mayhem, which has different stuff on it, but it's basically the same thing, except more metal, and it has adjustable hop-up. Same thing with the Firepower. It's basically the same. The Game Face Mayhem and the Firepower are the same thing. Different trademarks, and the slide is a little bit different etching ways, and like the way it's not shaped in all, but like the way the lines, the stippling on the the gripping for the slide, the way that is set up is different. But I plan on getting one of those for my birthday, because I really do enjoy CO2 and KWC products. Soon as KWA changes their hop-up systems, completely changes it, not just changing their nub, I will buy that product that they change their hop-up in. I will give it a try. Other than that, I'm done with them. So, AEGs versus, I'm sorry I'm ranting, but AEGs versus gas blowbacks. What is an AEG good for? That's normally where people start off. People start off with AEGs. Good. I love AEGs. I'm not an AEG hater. I have an A&K ACR. Yes, I know, you're thinking A&K. Ew! G&P's better! Well, I'm sorry I'm not rich. I don't have a bunch of money to go out there and buy that G&P. My A&K is upgraded. I have a G&P motor in it. It shoots fast. With .25, and I also have a Mad Bull inner barrel and a few select other internal upgrades that won't make it shoot faster, but it just makes it more reliable. But it shoots like 320 FPS with .25s. Perfect FPS for me. The range is perfect. The accuracy is perfect. I have no complaints about it except for the feeding. And yes, it's because it's A&K. So I had to fix that, and I ended up fixing that. So it works pretty well now. I have a Classic Army M4. My Classic Army M4 cranks. Now I asked a guy, I think it shoots around 30 rounds a second. No joke. I think it shoots really, really fast. Well, I asked my friend how fast he thinks it shoots, and he said 18 rounds a second. He's had a lot of guns, and I'm like, what? 18 rounds a second? That can't be 18 rounds a second. It can't be. It can't. It has to be a lot faster. So I don't know if that's true or not. He was using a 7.4 LiPo that was half charged when he chronoed it, and I use a 9.6, and my 9.6, I guarantee you it shoots faster. I will make a video on it once I get it back. It's just got repaired. Man, it shoots fast. And I think it shoots faster than the guy I'm talking about's M16, KWA M16. I think it does. I really think it does. Well, have we put that to the test? Not yet. But I am going to. Next time I see him, and you're probably like, oh, well, the M16 longer barrel, blah, blah, blah. The gearbox is the same. The travel distance of the piston is the same. You know, a lot of KWA's their internals are proprietary. so I couldn't, swap them over, but my Classic Army is completely stock internally, except new motor wire, and also he just replaced the seal to get it to shoot a little harder. Last time I chronoed it was shooting 305 with .25s. He said he chronoed at 325 with .25s. So the FPS got a lot better. So I will make a video on that when I get it, but I love AEGs. I love holding down that trigger on full auto and, lighting your target up. I love that. But that's a little bit too low for me. I enjoy realism. I shoot real guns, and I love real guns. The reason why I play Airsoft is to get the max realism into Airsoft as I possibly can. The max realism, shooting people to the max realism without killing people. Gas blowbacks provide that for me. They are more expensive, and I have a very, very, very low income. I'm broke a lot. I'm broke. I get money from selling knickknacks I have. I sell those. My grandma gives me money here and there. Birthdays and Christmas. Everything I do goes towards Airsoft. Can it be a bit obsessive? In general, I am obsessed with guns, but it doesn't come in the way of Jesus, which is the most important thing. But sometimes it probably does come before Jesus and other things, family and stuff, which is wrong, and I need to realize that's wrong. That's another topic. But, so, gas blowbacks give you recoil. When you pull the trigger, this recoils. The way this works, just the system, the controls, the fact that it says 1 in 7 twist on the barrel. AEGs don't say that, unless you buy aftermarket barrels. And most of them, I don't even think there's any AEG's barrel that says 1 in 7 twist or has the twist ratio. I don't think so. Maybe G&P stuff, because this is G&P. Tell me if yours has it. I would like to know, but yeah. The realism is just out of this world. I can actually fit real AR-15. I tried AR-15 magazines. I know what you're saying. Oh, I hate it when people say AR-15, because obviously this is select fire, so it'd be an M4 or an M16. But I can fit a real, I had an AR-15 10-round mag, put it in here. Obviously you can't hit the bolt forward, it won't, because it just hits the back of the mag. But you can fit it in here and keep the bolt lock back. It fits in there, but when you hit the bolt lock, it just, your nozzle hits the magazine part, and, or the bullet. It doesn't have enough power to bring it, shoot in the chamber, but a bullet, a 223 round cannot fit into the chamber anyways. But, it's realistic. Pretty realistic. The recoil is not super realistic, but it's better than AEGs. So, my point of this video is there's no better gun. There's no best brand. I have had experience with a lot of brands. I've had Echo One, JG, Classic Army, A&K, Gas Blowback World, WE, G&P, KWA, KWC, KJW, HFC. I've had a lot. Also, I had an AGM, AEG, M4. I've had more than that too. I can't think. I've had a few JGs, few Echo Ones. I've had a lot though. I think I had a Sima too. I think it was Sima AK. That was a long time ago. Had a Crossman too, a long time ago. So, I'm experienced. I know what I'm talking about. Now, if you really like AEGs, good for you. If you really like gas blowbacks, good for you too. That's okay. They have their differences. One does better at some things, one does better at some things. Alright? Let's just agree on that. I'm kind of mad about this because, AEGs are so much better, blah, blah, blah. KWA is the best. He hasn't even owned Echo 1 JG. He doesn't even, I don't think he's owned a JG. I think his friend has, and it broke, and then his judgment on JG is, I hate them because they're terrible because his friend's was broken. So, learn to work on your guns and you can fix them. So, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the rant.